So, I mean, because this is your red table and you like brought yourself to the red table, I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Talk
As
to her,
far as
Will.
what?
You and I decided we were going to take
Spit
our
it out.
space and what happened.
Right.
And then I got into an entanglement with
What is that?
August. That's what I said.
An entanglement,
Yes.
Talk to her, Will.
Yes.
a relationship.
Yes. It was a
There you go.
relationship. Absolutely.
Spit it out.
I was in a lot of pain.
Right.
And I was very
Who the
broken.
fuck describes
No, in the process of that relationship,
What?
I definitely
What the fuck is
realized
an
that
entanglement, bro?
you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come into the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So
Okay.
you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy.
I want to remember that line, and I'm gonna jump to one of the last like notable parts I remember from when I watched it.
Quick fun fact: definition of entanglement. Second definition is a complicated or compromising relationship or situation.
So yeah, definitely compromise y'all marriage, but
Yeah.
Be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
I felt like that was so corny. I felt like that was forced. I felt like they really especially with that laugh. That nigga said,
that was terrible.
that was such a terrible joke. Y'all didn't feel that. It wasn't like no feeling in that.
So let's talk about this. Her,
Her.
man, like we said, like the way that she was. So I was counting. I don't know if y'all was watching, but I was counting the strikes, and I got like to, I don't know. It was probably like 8 at least of strikes, but one was her saying like, first of all, I just wanted to clear up some stuff, and she said, what was the first? Oh, she said that she basically was saying like that I see how he could see that it was permission. That I see it as permission. So she was basically co-signing everything that he said. Like, oh, I can see how he would say that, and then he wanted to clear up that he wasn't a home wrecker, and he wasn't. She was like kind of co-signing everything, all his whole stance, but like doing it in a sideways kind of way to where it don't sound like it. It don't really sound like it. It almost sounds like she's like disagreeing with him, but she's agreeing with him, and that's really saying, like, man. That's manipulative. That's manipulative.
Very.
And it takes like you got to be paying attention to like what she's saying to like even catch it.
Yeah.
And then another one of the strikes, of course, was entanglement. Like, why just spit it out? Just say it was a relationship. Y'all clearly was very, very close, intimate. It was a relationship, like by any means. Is y'all, and I think like I think now that the microscope is on their relationship and the dynamic of it and the fact that they were like separated and all that kind of stuff, I think she kind of is trying to like, you know, hold on to any little dignity that she can. So she's like calling it entanglement. It wasn't an affair. It was an entanglement.
Entanglement.
It's like to sound more innocent and sound more like, you know, wholesome. But it's got
like it was a trap almost, like it was something that you didn't mean to get into, but you got into it.
Exactly.
Which is the first definition. It's like the action or fact of entangling or being entangled. So like if I was to fall into like some seaweed while diving or something like that, now I'm entangled. Now I can't get out.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get out. It's like saying I'm a hostage. Like, but you can't be a willing hostage. Like,
no, you can't.
I think that's the point right there. That like,
and then
go ahead.
No, I just thought about what that nigga Will said, like, and I'm just like, man, I feel like, and I hear people say that, but I feel like, I mean, in every relationship, of course, you're not going to agree. That's just in any any situation, but that don't mean that like he was saying every marriage has a point where like you separate or like you feel like that, you know what I'm saying, it's over. But it's like, why do you have to have that when y'all both are adults so you can communicate? Like if something is not making you happy, then say that. You know, whether it be what something the person is doing or the person themselves, but nothing should, you know, come to an end if it's not really being that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it doesn't boil down to that. If it boils down to y'all just talking about some shit, then do that. But that every marriage, it's like, don't stereotype everybody, bro. That's something we shouldn't.
It's like you can't really say, as one singular married person, you can't say that every marriage is anything. Like you are not the next person, and vice versa. Therefore, like the results are going to vary because, you know, and then the combination of these two versus the combination of you and Jada is different. Like every Will and Jada probably has a point where they need to break off whatever, apparently, but not necessarily everybody else. And I think that's the problem. I want to talk about a little bit about the problem with like celebrity and like the platform that we put celebrities on. We treat everything they say as if like, if it, as long as it sounds good, we treat it like that's the model that we should run our lives by. And in this case, it's very dangerous because obviously they have some kind of unorthodox like marriage dynamic, open relationship, life partnership, like type of thing. And if you following that, then you're kind of like, you know, and I think this is making a lot of people think differently about relationships. And I think that, you know, these are just regular people. Like, even though we call them superstars and celebrities and they get paid a lot of money, they don't make them wise. They don't make them like, you know, have sound logic or whatever. Like, or
they don't make them perfect. You know what I'm saying? They're not all knowing. Like, you know, they're not God, bro. Like, and that's what people need to realize about all stars. We, like you said, they are normal people. Like everybody that is famous are just normal people. They eat, sleep, and shit just like you do. So you have to get out of the fact that you know, that they're in a spotlight. It's not to say that these people are not special, but who it's not to say that you're not special either. We all have something inside of us that makes us extraordinary. So, you know, it's just the fact that these people are displaying that shit on camera. But it's like, get out of that shit. Like, I had to get out of that too when I was coming of age, like when I was in high school and whatnot like that. Because a lot of times your stars will let you down. Like you'll meet people that you know, you look up to on TV, and then you'll meet them in person and they'll be a dick.